going on, dads? And welcome to the Betwixt, recorded on Thursday, February 4th, 2021. I'm your host, John, and thank you for joining us tonight for some Nintendo and 20 questions. Hey, everybody. I think our intro says it all. We like to do something different every time on the Betwixt. And today, what I'll be bringing you is a game of 20 questions that we did with the Nintendo Dads community earlier this week. If you're not familiar with 20 questions, you basically come up with a topic, you think of an item, and then you challenge somebody to ask you 20 yes or no questions and guess what it is. This is something that has appeared on some other gaming podcasts. Obviously, it's a game that's been played many times with many different topics. It's a fun little game to play, I find, at the dinner table with your young kids. Just don't make anything too difficult. It's always harder than you think it's going to be. That's what she said. Anyway, what we have here today is we had 4 members of the community participate in this. Chris HL94, Hambone Johnny, Ibicel, and Jesse Waldak. So 4 people that you probably are very familiar with in our group. They joined me on Skype and we did 3 rounds of 20 questions, and I'm going to play them for you today. What you're going to find is, and I couldn't have known this going in, is they took this very seriously. They did not want to lose, and they did a great job with it. What I'm going to do is play through all 3 of them. I am not going to give you the answers in advance. Maybe you're doing some yard work. Maybe you're just doing some errands and listening to this podcast. So take the time to try to see if you can guess the answers as they try to figure it out. So let's get right to the first one. All right, we are here to play 20 questions. We have 4 people with us. We have Chris HL94. Chris, welcome.
Hey, John. Thank you.
We have the one and only Hambone Johnny.
Hey, guys.
He's going to go by John. We have Ibicel. Hello, Ibicel.
Hello.
And we have Jesse Waldak, future prediction champion of the Nintendo Dads.
We'll find out. I'm normally lousy at this game.
All right, so we're going to do 3 rounds of 20 questions. We're going to see how good you do. Let's go over the rules real quick if you've never played this before. I'm going to give you a topic, and you need to identify the mystery thing that I have in mind that pertains to that topic. Between all of you, you can ask me 20 yes or no questions to help you narrow down what I have picked. Any yes or no question is allowed, but if you want to guess the answer, you have to spend a question. So guess frugally and guess wisely. So with that, let's get to our first category, and it's going to be, I'm thinking of a video game movie. Now, I think the best way to do this is maybe, since there's 4 of you and 20 questions, I'm just going to rotate around. Give me a question. If you guys want to talk with each other, you sure can. If you want to make a guess, one of you can use one of your questions to make that guess. So I will start with, we'll just go in the order that you appeared on the broadcast. Chris, with the first question.
All right, first question, is it live action?
No. John.
That already takes away everything I was thinking of.
Is it hand-drawn?
No. Ibicel.
Is it... Let me think about this, the way to word this question correctly. Is the video game movie have more than one IP licensed in it?
Ooh. No.
So it's not Wreck-It Ralph.
Definitely not. All right, Jesse.
So the question was not more than one, and it's no. So it is one IP.
Correct.
Okay, that wasn't the question. That was clarification.
No.
All right, is it my turn?
Yep.
All right. So if it's not hand drawn, I was going to say, is it older than 2000? But then I'll change it to, is it older than 2010?
No.
Not older than 2010.
So it is newer than 2010.
Right.
All right, Chris, we'll go back to you, and we'll just go in that same order.
Is it a Sega property?
No.
Is it based on a franchise that's only been on one platform?
Ooh. That's a good question. I would say it's on more than one platform.
Was it originally based on a board game? And was there more than one movie?
Oh, you can't ask two questions.
It was one sentence.
I'm not a genie here.
Well, that's fine. Take the first part.
You said, is it based on a board game?
Correct.
No.
Okay.
We are up to question 8.
We can't talk to each other.
You can talk to each other.
Is the movie... Okay, are you going to ask something or bring something up?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Is the movie primarily an action movie?
That's a tough question. It's action-ish. Does that answer your question? It's an action-ish movie, Jesse.
Let's see. So it's not Clue, because that's before 2010. And it's not Jumanji.
Well, and it's not live action, so these are all got.
Oh, you're right.
I have a feel. So, John, if I ask what it is, I'm losing the question, right?
If you want to take a guess, yes, you can go for it.
Well, we've got 13 questions left, so I think we have time, little time to narrow down the genre. If you think you know what it is, pick a question to narrow it down to that.
Or just suggest it what it says, and we can, give you group think on it if you like or not.
I have a feeling I know what it is, but I'm not sure.
We could help you figure out a question to narrow it down. I don't know.
Okay, so here's a question. Was it originally a mobile game?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'm screwed.
I've got no idea.
I think that kind of confirmed my answer.
Yeah, you made it pretty clear to me.
I have a guess.
You're thinking that it had 2 movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys got it, thank God, because I have no clue. Does it feature a female lead?
No.
That's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feature Angry Fowl?
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, you're on to something.
Is the movie Angry Birds?
It is Angry Birds. Very good, guys. It took you 11 questions until you were able to guess. Very good. What gave it away?
The mobile is what it clicked with
as
me.
soon as you said mobile, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, was it, I think, Ibisel or John who asked if it was on more than one platform? And I was like, gosh, is iPhone and Android 2 platforms?
I think there was. I think there was a 3DS.
There's
I think
Nintendo
you're right.
Angry Bird games as well.
Yeah. That's what I was kind of trying to look
I would
up
call
too.
mobile. So iOS and Android is one platform.
So technically I was right. even if I wasn't. All right, very good. I had
Wow.
my kids down to there were birds involved in a movie that was newer than 2010 that they have seen, and they couldn't figure it out.
I've never seen that movie. I knew of it, but I've never
I
seen
haven't either.
Yeah.
I haven't either.
I've seen them both.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah,
I heard it was actually pretty good.
They're not bad.
Such a good job. They figured that one out so quick. I actually ordered these in beginner, intermediate, difficult. But I didn't tell them that was the ordering that I was going to do. I felt like video game movie was a good starter to get people into the flow of the game. There's not that many video game movies. Not to mean that it was easy. This next one is going to be a little bit more difficult. Let's see how they handled it. All right, good job, folks. All right, let's move on to the second one here. The category is, it is a video game. Good luck. Let's start with Jesse, and we'll go backwards.
Okay. Is it newer than 2000?
Yes. That means Ibicel, you're up next.
I'm writing down the. Okay. Is it multi-platform?
No. Definitely not.
Is there more than one in the franchise?
Yes, there is more than one.
Chris, is it you next?
It is a video game, huh?
He's pondering.
Yeah.
You can't see this. He's pondering. He's trying to think. I think he wants to guess.
No, not at all. No. I am not even close. Is it an accessory?
Is it an accessory? I mean, it's a video game. Does
Okay.
you say, does it include an accessory?
Sure.
No, it does not. I mean, I'm sure some YouTuber will figure out how to play it with like a DDR pad or something, but no.
Play Skyrim with your toaster. Is it a handheld game?
Not a handheld game.
That means it's not on Switch.
Say that again?
If it's not a handheld, it's not on Switch.
Is that a question, or are you asking me to clarify?
No, I mean, if you said that, that must mean you mean it's not on Switch, because if you're not, then...
Correct. It is not played on a handheld or hybrid handheld device. But you can ask another question.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's newer than 2000, and it's not... Okay.
We have newer than 2000, not multi-platform, more than one in the franchise, no accessories included with it, not a handheld game. And I'll just point out, like, it's really hard not to say the name of the game. Like, I find every word that comes out of my mouth, I'm being very careful.
I've posted these games before, and it is not as easy as it looks.
Yeah.
Is it on a Nintendo platform, hardware?
Yes, it's on a Nintendo platform. That is 6 questions down.
So, if my logic's right, that narrows it down to one of 3 pieces of hardware.
That's what DS, I don't know.
No big deal.
Well, not handheld, so it's not DS.
That's right. So, what are your 3 hardware options?
GameCube, Wii U.
Yeah.
Unless he's trying to trick us and it's like Dance Dance Revolution for N64 or something. Okay.
What?
I think I've got a question. Maybe that'll help us narrow that down. Can you play it with motion control?
No. Good question.
Which doesn't exclude the Wii. It just means the game doesn't use it.
I think it's my question.
Yep.
Is it a single player game?
By that, do you mean you can only play it single player?
Yeah.
No, you can play single player or multiplayer.
The fact that there's multiple modes kind of gives me a few hints. Okay, let's go. Is this a GameCube game?
Yes.
It's me now, right?
All right, I got some ideas.
Yeah, Ibisilla, it's your turn.
Is it first party?
Yes. What was your question, Jesse?
GameCube, and you said yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, yes. Okay, sorry.
How many questions are left?
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're halfway through, 10 questions. It's newer than 2000. It is not multi-platform. It is on the GameCube. There's more than one in the franchise. No accessories. And it's single or multiplayer first-party game. If you nail it now, you will tie your mark for Angry Birds.
What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas? Do you want to try to narrow down like genre?
Well,
Yeah, that's where I was going next.
Is this a platformer?
Not a platformer. That's 11.
Is it a racing game?
Not a racing game.
you see, all the games I'm thinking of have been released on other systems, so that's not helping.
Well, there's more than one game in the franchise. I guess it doesn't mean it was post GameCube, though. And it's not a racing game or a platformer. Correct?
Correct.
Those
So is it Chris next or me?
I had the last one, Jesse.
Okay, so it's mine.
Yep.
Is it a sports game?
It is a sports game.
Oh boy.
Is it licensed?
No, it's not licensed.
Oh, you were thinking that NBA game that had Mario characters in it or something?
Yeah.
You were at 14 questions. 14 questions.
So
You
it's
getting
gotta be a
nervous?
Mario. It's got to be a Mario game, right?
You guys sweating this?
Hold on.
Oh.
It's
I
Not
think it was
licensed?
Ibisel. Ibisel, if you wanted to go, or I don't know, you guys can. I mean, you guys can decide this all you want. I'm just trying to make
Yeah.
it so that everybody gets a chance.
it's a sports game which isn't licensed on the GameCube, and there's been more than one of them in the franchise. So a non-licensed sports game that's not licensed.
Party isn't a sports game, is it?
I wouldn't consider it a sports game.
No.
I was more going the golf route.
Oh, that's not bad. Oh, sorry. Didn't even think of that one.
Mario Golf wouldn't be a bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of where my head's at.
I'm also leaning towards soccer.
And I thought it was Johnny's favorite then.
How many series was was it Mario Strikers, or was there more than just?
I think wasn't there one on the Wii as well?
I thought there was one on the Wii. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I had the Wii game.
The tennis was also was.
But that wasn't a re-release or remake. That was a different game, so that would qualify as more than one in the franchise.
Does tennis count? Was there a tennis game on the GameCube? I mean, I'm liking golf. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
How many questions do we have left,
Wait.
John?
You're at
Is that-
24. No. You were at 14 questions.
Okay.
There is a Mario Tennis
How-
on the GameCube.
When did Waluigi show up? Because that was tennis. Oops, I should shut that down.
And it's first party. I mean, we could ask whether it's one of these.
Yeah, I think we need to start just poking at sports.
Well, we definitely know it's a sports game.
Do you want to just ask the Mario Golf question?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Is it Mario
Start
Golf?
there.
It is not Mario Golf.
I wish it was.
Do
I thought John, that's one of your favorites, John. I thought that would be the one of yours.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Now you have 5 questions left. One of them has to be an answer, so you have 4 questions to narrow this down.
So the other sports are tennis, strikers.
I don't think there was a baseball one in GameCube, was there?
Sports Mix was only on the Wii, right?
I think so.
Well, could we phrase the question in such a way that do you swing a tool to play the sport, which would count golf or baseball, versus soccer?
Or was there a hockey game? I don't know. I don't remember there being one. We're all sports. Are we
I'm not
digging
a sports
ourselves
person.
a corner with the ball sports?
Yeah, I don't know if there was a Nintendo only hockey. If there was, I think it was licensed. Anyway, yeah, GameCube is like my a big gray area. So I was not in gaming as much as I was since the Wii.
Yeah, I didn't own a GameCube either.
Yeah, I had no money.
I had a GameCube, I just didn't. I don't like sports games.
I don't like sports games either. I think the only one I own is Mario Golf for GameCube.
I think we just need to start poking at sports more.
I got a sports question then. Is it a team sport?
You're asking that for me, right? That's an official question?
Yeah, that's an official question.
Is it a team sport? Yes, it is a team sport.
All right, so not golf.
We already said it's not golf.
Oh, we already said it's not golf. That didn't help anything, did it?
That was the previous question.
Oh.
In fact, you asked it.
Can I get a clarification, John? Do you consider partners tennis to be a team sport?
I'm not answering that. I think we've been clear with every question. If your questions are not specific enough, that's your penalty.
Is it Mario Strikers?
Yes, it is Mario Strikers.
We dance around that one for a
Very
little bit.
good. Very good. All right. So, yes, Super Mario Strikers. It's newer than 2000. Is not multi-platform. There was, more than one in the franchise. There was the Wii Charged, right? Super Mario Strikers Charged.
Yeah,
That sounds right.
No accessories, not a handheld game, on the GameCube, single and multiplayer, first party. I mean, technically it was like, next level games, but first party, right? We say second party?
Nintendo published.
Yeah.
It's a Mario title.
There we go. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17th question. You nailed it. Pretty good. I'm impressed. That could have been any game in the world, and you got it in 17 questions. Well, they're 2 for 2. At this point, I went with the more difficult, I felt, of the 3. And, there was a lot of careful thinking, and I had them generally going around the room, and, I wanted to make sure everyone had a chance to ask questions, that, nobody dominated the questions or took hold. But at this point, they were gelling together, and I said to them, you'll hear early on that, go ahead, we're not going to do an ordered list of questions, just you guys do a free-for-all, you can figure this out. And what you won't hear is that this round took over an hour, where the previous 2 took like around 10 minutes or less. This one went way longer, and it had to do with the difficulty of this particular round of 20 questions. There was a lot of crosstalk, a lot of very deep analysis. Every question was like worth $1 million to them, and they did a great job with it. But because it ran so long, I'm going to do a lot of editing of the crosstalk between questions. So if you hear some kind of cut audio or anything, just know that, that's me cutting the audio. In some cases, they went 10 minutes between questions, just talking with each other. So truth be told, I started doing some programming work while they were discussing it all. So, this is one of the hardest one. This was the hardest one. And see if you can figure it out before they do. All right. Category number 3. This is the finals. I'll be honest, this is the hardest one, but you can get it. I am thinking of a video game character. I'll let you guys figure out the questions as you want.
Should we ask? Very good call. Like,
He's nervous already.
I'm not asking a question, to be clear. Animal, human, animal, non-animal.
Human, male, female.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
I think animal or human or non-human at least is a good starter.
Yeah.
Is it human? Is the character human? Humanoid.
The character is humanoid.
Okay, so reluctance on human.
So to clarify that, looks like what a human looks like.
Okay, so again, clarification. Olimar would be humanoid, even though he's 2.5 inches, 2 centimeters tall, okay, and a bulbous nose. Got it.
Right.
This isn't.
Is it a female character?
I would say yes.
That sounds like a little ambiguity.
What? Yeah, I'm wondering because
I've never seen her name.
This is a world of video games. I mean, like.
I was going to say his answer on the humanoid question didn't really make me confident that the male-female question was going to clear anything up.
So it's not female or it is female?
Female. Yeah.
Because,
We're talking about.
there's
There's
how debate about Birdo.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anyone's genitals. I mean, like, you don't really know.
Well, some games you have.
Unless they're in The Witcher. Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
Can't really tell. Yeah.
You got a slider for how long you want it.
Anyone sliding that to the left? I mean, like, why? Never mind.
I've never played it. I don't know. Is this a Nintendo IP character?
Yes.
Does the character have multiple games in the franchise?
Let's put it this way. They're in multiple games.
They?
The pronoun.
Okay,
She is in multiple games.
If she's in multiple games and she's humanoid-like, are we considering Dixie Kong to be humanoid? This is not a question, John.
I'm not going to answer it.
I'm just pointing that out.
Do we want to ask a question about how old or when the character originated?
That's what I was thinking towards next.
Yeah.
With a year. Probably before or after a certain year.
Was she originally inked before 1990?
Inked? What are we talking about? First appearance?
Pixels. Yeah, first appearance.
First appearance.
What did you say? Before 1990?
Yes.
No.
So after 1990.
Correct. That is question number 5.
That takes out Peach and Daisy.
You guys are so meticulous, too.
Not asking the question, but throwing out there, guys, about maybe costumes or something about appearance.
Do you want to ask something like, does she wear like the same outfit in every
does she have one distinctive look or versus many?
Yeah.
I think that might help.
So, John, does she have one costume?
Yes.
So, multiple games, seemingly over multiple franchises, with a uniform design. Does this character span through multiple console generations?
Yes.
So we're like someone like Zelda or Samus are out because that's pre-1990?
Yeah, they were 86.
Yeah. feel like I want to ask John a question because of all the shows that Dads After Dark focus on this character, but I don't think.
Oh, it could be the Wii Fit trainer. That's not a question.
I was going there. I think the look on his face says we might be close.
That's true. And that's so far his fits every category here.
Right.
Okay, I'm writing this down. It's Rosalina. We have Wii Fit trainer.
Was Wii Fit Trainer in multiple games?
Yeah.
She's in Wii
Oh,
Fit,
yeah, 'cause
Wii Fit,
Smash.
Smash. Right.
3 Smash games.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Would help if I played Smash, I guess.
Who else is out there?
Is your character in the Smash Brothers game?
Is she in Smash?
Yes.
We should have asked a better question than that. I just
Narrows it down to a couple hundred.
well, because we should have said, were they actually a fighter? Because John might say, well, she's an assist trophy, so that she's in there, or potentially a spirit board person.
Yeah, I forgot about all that stuff. When I think of characters in Smash, I normally only think of the fighters.
I hadn't had a long enough time to think about that.
Are there really that many who are female humanoid post 1990?
He said they're in Smash, right?
Yes.
Yes?
Okay, and they're humanoid. Is there a humanoid-looking Pokemon that's in Smash? We could ask the refining question whether they're a fighter or not.
Yeah.
If we want.
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
Yeah,
All
so, go ahead.
Are they a fighter in Smash?
No.
Oh.
Is Rosalina a fighter?
Yes.
That's not a question. That was, yeah.
Discussion.
It was discussion.
Yeah, so then it's not Wii Fit Trainer either then.
Do we want to ask if she debuted on the Super Nintendo or something different?
Probably say like 2000, before 2000 or before 2010, to narrow it down a little bit more first.
Okay. Everybody else like that question?
Yep.
That Jesse said?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jesse.
All right. Did she first show up before 2010?
No.
So she showed up after 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Correct. That was question number 10. You are now halfway through.
So I think, okay, and now I'm thinking, should we say, is she a Fire Emblem character? Because there's a boatload.
Yeah. Well, if we ask if she in an RPG, wouldn't that...
2010 is post. It's Wii U or Switch, right?
Yeah. We launched in 2007, Wii U in 2012, so it could be a Wii as well.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't talk handheld in this one, right? It was the last one we asked about handheld.
Right. It could be a handheld too. That hasn't been eliminated.
Correct.
But it's a Nintendo license. After 2010. Same costume.
And there was like 3 Fire Emblem games on the 3DS.
Which is an RPG. Were there other RPGs published by Nintendo besides Fire Emblem?
Dragon Quest, maybe? But they weren't any new games. Those were all remakes of older games.
I'm trying to think of a new game that has a lady in it. 2010.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe either Awakenings or one of the Fates sub-games. But again, I don't know any of the characters in it.
Yeah.
So,
What do we got, 10 questions left? 11?
do I want to say, is it a Fire Emblem character?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
We're happy.
All right, that's a question.
Is it a Fire Emblem character? No.
Yes. Oh, What the hell's left?
So,
Do you want to ask something? Well, I know we haven't really asked any genre questions. Do you want to go something like, I don't know how to word it, but something along the lines of it, like, is it a quote unquote like normal name, like Ashley, and not Peach? You know, we know it's not Peach.
It's not too interpretable.
Yeah,
I don't know how John would answer that question, unfortunately.
I mean, you're thinking of the question, would a sane real-life couple name their child this?
Yes, exactly.
Should we ask a question about the age of the character, not when it was, like, is it a grown-up character or a child character?
Yeah, is he represented? I think that's good.
So, how do I word that?
See.
John, is it a grown-up character or?
Yeah.
Is it
Is it a grown-up character? Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say, does that also include really elderly, or is that your normal?
They are at least grown up.
Not a child, Jesse, I guess.
Right. Well, I was thinking the other spectrum, how much we wanted to limit the question, but right now, so that hasn't been.
You guys should be like lawyers.
Well, you know.
You could write contracts for a living.
Well, you and I are both software developers. This is the same fucking logic.
Crash.
If geriatric, then
Are there geriatric characters in Smash?
that's not a question.
No, that's not a question. That's deliberation. Yeah.
So if we know if it's one sort of representation or one outfit, do we want to ask about, like, what is it, a dress? Is it like pants? I don't know. Something along that, right? If she's gonna look one way.
I wonder if the genre questions wouldn't be more helpful for us to figure out what the game that she came from was. Just a thought. So you were thinking, Jesse, that we should ask whether she's the main character in her own game? Is that clarifying enough?
I think that's I don't know if that'll help. But it wouldn't help me necessarily, but I think it still might lead to information.
Or should we ask the reverse if she's... I guess it doesn't matter if you ask if they're a side character.
Yeah, I think that helps less.
Did Princess Peach... No, it's not her because she was pre-1990.
Pre-2010.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, so do we want to ask that question then?
Sure.
Was she the main character in her own game?
No. That is question 13.
When did Toadette first show up? Not a question.
What's that?
Discussion. Toadette. When did she first show up?
Treasure Tracker or before that?
Galaxy? No.
Maybe Galaxy?
No, let's see. Was she in Double Dash? No.
I don't know.
Do you guys see? She's in a Mario Kart. I know she's in a Mario Kart.
John, is she in a Zelda game?
Yes.
All right.
That is 15 questions.
Can you play a Zelda in a Zelda game?
Yep. Age of Calamity.
Age of Calamity, yeah.
Well, in Age of Calamity, you can play as like 90,000 people, right?
I know that doesn't narrow it.
It's like slightly more than Smash Brothers. Yeah.
Do you want me to review the answers again real quick?
Yeah.
Zelda's too old.
So we have a humanoid female character that is a Nintendo IP that has appeared in multiple games. It was created after 2010. Primarily one costume. They're in multiple console generations. They are in Smash, but not a fighter. Not a Fire Emblem character. In a Zelda game. A grown-up character. Not a main character. And is a playable character.
It's not Zelda because she's pre 2010.
Well, but there's multiple Zeldas.
Well,
yeah,
right,
technically, but
it can't be Sheik. So it's not Zelda, and it's also not Sheik because Sheik was also pre 2010.
Yeah, that was on 64.
yeah, and I don't think we can knock out the Breath of the Wild characters because of the Wii U piece.
Well,
I'll
are we
defer to
thinking
you
Breath of the
guys.
Wild? Because saying Wii U and Switch is two console generations, even though it's the same game, or what do we think?
Yeah.
Or are we thinking something else?
So
No, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
ask if the character originated from Breath of the Wild.
I'm okay with that question.
Yep, that works for me.
Okay.
Were they? Only took 10 minutes to get there.
All right, John.
Okay,
Did the
ask
character?
away.
All right, John. Did the character originate in Breath of the Wild?
No. That was question 16, which I think came 20 minutes after question 15.
This is definitely taking longer than I thought it would.
You got a lot of editing to do, John.
We're up to question 17.
We have 2 questions and an answer.
Well, you have 3 questions and an answer.
Oh, okay. If the game they originated in was on a handheld, debuted on a handheld system?
Yeah. I think. Yeah, that works.
Do we need to clarify not being a hybrid or being a hybrid?
Well,
So we're clear that it's not...
well, again, I think it can't be on the Switch if it's from multiple console generations.
Oh,
So
right.
It
Yeah.
can't start at the Switch, so we
Okay.
can ignore the hybrids out.
Okay. Someone want to restate that question?
So is this Zelda game that this character originates on in a handheld game?
No.
Okay.
So what other Zelda games do we have besides Skyward Sword? You said Twilight Princess counts? Or not?
No, Twilight Princess is 2007. So
Okay.
it doesn't count.
I think Hyrule Warriors and Skyward Sword are the only ones and
Yeah.
I don't think there's any female playable in Skyward Sword. You're only Link,
Right.
so that's out.
Yeah, it's got to be
So I think it's that blue wizard girl, but I don't know her name.
What game is it from, Jesse?
Hyrule Warriors.
So I guess we just need to ask if... I mean... Because what does it matter? I don't know anybody who's in that game besides Linkle. You know what I mean?
It's either if it's not one of those two, I don't know what this is. Either Linkle or the Wizard Girl.
So should we ask that question? Is it one of those two?
Sure. And then we can just spend another question on, is it Linkle? And if it's the other one, then we have to scramble for a name. And I think
There's
we've
a-
run out of questions at that
There's
point.
a blue Hyrule Fee?
No,
Is that who you're thinking?
that's Skyward Sword. So
You
I'm okay with this plan if no one, if everyone else is, but if it's not from that game, then I have no idea.
go for it. I mean, what do we have to lose here?
Okay,
Yeah.
is this for Major Calamity?
No.
No, not Age
That
of
was
Calamity.
discussion.
Is-
That was discussion.
It was. Is it from Hyrule Warriors?
I thought the question was it those two people? Or do we want to ask
Well,
if it's
we
from
wanted to
Hy-
narrow down the game first.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Is she in Hyrule Warriors?
Is that my question now?
That's an question.
Yes.
That's an official question.
Yes.
And is it Linkle?
Is that an official question? Is that
Yes.
your answer? No.
Okay, so it's the blue girl. What the hell's her name? unless there's another one I can't think of.
So now we are at the final question. This is going to be the form of an answer. You guys have spent an hour lawyeringly trying to separate this out, and now you are sweating this one out. You have one guess. This is like the guy who had one guess for his Bitcoin hard drive, and
You ever did it? Or
and now you're here.
Can you review all the answered questions?
Yes, it is a humanoid female of Nintendo. I'll skip some of these because they're kind of redundant. A humanoid female in the Zelda franchise spans multiple games created after 2010. Primarily one costume, multiple console generations in Smash, not a Smash fighter. A grown-up character, not a main character. Playable character did not originate in Breath of the Wild, did not originate in a handheld game, is in Hyrule Warriors, is not Linkle.
However many other female people are in side characters in Hyrule
I
They're
Warriors?
playable,
I
right?
think any other character is from another game. I think those are the only 3 original characters in that game.
Well,
You're
doesn't
right.
have to- Were they
Huh?
in a... Go ahead.
Girahim? I don't know.
Girahim is from Skyward Sword,
Girahim?
and that's not a female.
But they're... Oh. But are they... Even if they were in another game, it didn't. I don't think we asked whether they're playable in their debut game, because with Zelda, don't you have playable characters that weren't playable in their previous games?
Didn't we ask if it was Hyrule, if they were from Hyrule Warriors, or we just asked if they were in Hyrule
They
Warriors?
originated in Hyrule Warriors, but
So
again, I think there's only leaves the 3 characters, and they're not in any other game, in any other Zelda game.
John, did you understand that question to be, did they originate in Hyrule Warriors?
I think the question was, are they in Hyrule Warriors?
Can we roll the tape back?
Nope.
We'll see what the judges have to say about that.
They are in Hyrule Warriors.
Which unfortunately is different than they originated in Hyrule Warriors. It could mean the same thing, but it doesn't mean it does.
Right.
Is.
Agatha.
Twilight Princess.
What are the characters? So, Jesse, what are the 3 characters you think it could be?
Well, the only 3 characters I can think of who were new to that game were Linkle and the 2 Wizards girls. So I'm
And
okay
if it
with-
was just in Hyrule Warriors, then I guess it could still be Fee, right? Because Fee was Skyward
Fee?
Sword.
Oh, yes.
Well, she's blue too, so that's
I forgot Fee's a girl.
We think.
No, I think it's canonical that Fee's a girl. It's just I
Okay.
didn't associate that. I didn't get that vibe until after I finished playing it.
The character looks. That's what I was going to say. Looks female to me.
She humanoid-ish?
She's blue, but she's humanoid.
Yeah, she has a face, facial features, that kind of thing. Yeah.
So is she more humanoid looking, or more ish looking than the wizard person?
Yeah, she's
Yes.
definitely more ish.
Wizard person looks like a Hylian.
Okay, I don't understand that because the way John answered his question, but he may have been trying to mislead us.
So
No offense.
So I'm okay with guessing is this Phi. I don't know. I don't know what the canonical pronunciation is.
Yeah, I'm fine guessing that too.
I'm good guessing that too.
Let's go.
Is your character Phi?
Yes.
Wow! yes.
I am shocked.
Oh my!
You guys didn't mention Phi the entire time until like a minute ago. I thought you were going to go with Lana.
That's where I was thinking. That's what I was thinking for the last half an hour.
I honestly thought you guys were going to get it quickly on the first question because I said humanoid.
That
Humanoid
just distracted
female.
us on other things.
Grown-up character, not a main character. Yeah, she appears in Smash Brothers as a trophy in the Wii U version. Only the Wii U version? Only the Wii U version. But she's a playable character in Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
So she made it into 3 console generations. I was hoping you would not ask me if she was in Breath of the Wild, because it's very subtle. Like, she actually speaks in Breath of the Wild, but she's not really in Breath of the Wild. So I was panicking that you were going to ask me that question. Yeah, that's amazing, though, that you can narrow down to any game or any character and still get there within 20 questions.
And 2 hours of deliberation.
That's pretty impressive. I'm not even sure.
4 minds.
I'm not even sure you needed the hour. I think you guys like overanalyzed and then eventually just came back to a general question, and it helped you. So, like, if you look at your questions, they're not like super micromanaged. Pretty good. All right.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, guys. I am floored. That they got it on the last try. Now, I know I took a lot of the crosstalk out, but they did not name Fee one time the entire time until they got to that last question, which was going to be their guess. Not one time did the name Fee come up. I was sure they were going to miss this one, and I couldn't wait to tell them that it was Fee. And as they're discussing that last question, that last guess, the name for the first time came up, and I couldn't believe it. I thought for sure they were going to guess Lana, and they went with Fee. So great job, guys. That was incredible. They nailed all 3 of them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a fun time. I think we're going to try to do that again sometime down the road, maybe the next slow news week or whatever. See if I can come up with some new categories and see if I can come up with really something hard for them. Anywho, again, hope you enjoyed it, and good night, dads.
The Dads After Dark show is a part of the Nintendo Dads family of podcasts. You can subscribe to us anywhere podcasts are available, including iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher. Be sure to join us on the Nintendo Dads Discord in the Dads After Dark show channel for some naughty After Dark talk. Follow us on Twitter at @NDadsAfterDark. Ask us a question, and we may answer it on the show. That's all for tonight. Good night, Dads. Sweet dreams.